subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for all notifications.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I must start by saying that we're very sorry about the delay, but they're all good things that are going to happen today, and a little bit of wait is not a problem, right? All right. We're going to cheer you up in a little while. I know that you're in a rush to see the many more people that are going to come on stage, but how many of you are excited about that? Let's talk about that. Okay, so let's start with an exercise. Let's put our phones down for a minute. Tough? You know, this course that we're going to talk about is an online course. You're going to be talking about this course. You're going to be a part of this course. You're going to have it on your phones. Those two guys at the back just don't want to listen. Yeah. I got my people all around. Anybody with a phone in their hands, you're allowed to keep it in your handbags. You're allowed to keep it in your back pocket. I see you. I see you. We're going to play this game. Anybody who has a phone in their hand, the one next to it is going to scream, donkey. Let's try doing that. Do you spot any donkeys in the audience? Except the ones who are actually here to record things, and we would like to welcome that them as well. That is the media, of course. Thank you very much for being here. That phone rule and the camera rule is only for the students. How many students are here? Okay, great. So what do students do when they're sitting and going to be, what are you, 5 minutes away from seeing your all-time hero? 5 minutes away? What do? You pay attention. How do we pay attention? By putting our phones down. So is that a deal? We're going to have our phone. Oh, I see her. Having fun. I like this game a lot. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I have to say a very, very warm welcome. I'm really excited to be here this evening. We're going to have a lot of fun. More importantly, we're going to get to learn a lot of things while we're having a lot of fun. Clearly, as you can see, that we're here. We're going to be talking about this brand new course that is going to be started by INIFT and LST. It's called Learn from Manish Malhotra. Excited? About which part? That it's online. Are we excited about that? Or are we excited that it's only 52 weeks and you end up becoming fashion designers? Or are we excited that all you need to pay is 10,000 bucks and that's it? You could be a Manish Malhotra in the making. Are you excited about that? Okay, great. I'm also very, very excited about one more thing. Is the fact that right now, I'm going to, before we go ahead, I mean, of course, I'm going to keep spilling details about the course. We're going to be in conversation with the fabulous Manish Malhotra. But before that, I have to welcome someone very, very wonderful on stage. She is... Yes, but we have to describe her in many ways before she comes on stage. She's talented, she's an actress, she's a dancer, she's sultry and she's gorgeous and she redefines everything, like everything. Nobody, like, I wish see? People are falling backstage. The minute you say Malaika, people fall front of stage, people fall backstage. I mean, I can go on introducing her. Most importantly, she's a Wonder Woman and a very dear friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Malaika Arora. Welcome, Malaika.
Hi, Neha.
You look like $1 million.
You look like $1 trillion.
Oh my God! We're going to play this game for what, 6 minutes, right?
We can go on, right? All night. You look fantastic. I look fabulous.
You look beautiful.
You look stunning.
Your eyes are so deep.
Your hair color is just unreal.
Your hair is wonderful. Wait, most
we
importantly,
can do this all night, let me tell you. And
your
nothing.
outfit is amazing.
Oh my God, what are you wearing? It's fantastic.
It is a Manish Malhotra.
There you go. Come on, let's hear it for Manish, everybody. Wow, this is a full house, right?
It really is a full house. And we were playing a game right before you came in. We'll get you well versed with the game. But yes, you're allowed to use your phones for a minute as soon as your favorite person walks in on stage. After that, we go back to playing the game.
I didn't see the phones. Where are the phones? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Phones go up. Everybody. Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay, phones down now.
Yeah, phones down now. Yeah. We want you to pay attention. We want you to learn everything. This is where the course begins. You know, speaking of the course, Malaika,
But first, Neha, is it true?
It is. What?
Oh my God, it is true. Guys,
Yes,
it is true.
it is true that you can become a fashion designer in 10,000 bucks.
And it's an online course.
Yes.
Unbelievable. You get to do all of this online. You learn from the man himself, learn from Manish Malhotra. What more could you ask for? At
Absolutely.
10,000 bucks for 52 weeks?
Yes, and even before you enroll, what more can you ask for? That you have Malaika, Arora right in front of you. Does it get better than that? Yes.
That's not an online course. Just want to tell you that.
Yeah.
That's right now, right here, in person.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's not even an application you can download. No. So yeah, respect. Phones down, guys. Okay, they're not going to listen. It's fine. But, more importantly, Malaika, you know a little bit about the course. In due course, we will get to know about the course.
There's a lot of course happening here.
Yes. Okay, let's put an end to it there because there's a third one I can think of and we're not going to talk about that one.
Let's have our minds focused right now on the course that we're here for, right?
Yes. Yes. When you heard about it the first time, what was your reaction?
My reaction was, wow. And I think that's the most basic, most real, most genuine reaction. I was completely, blown away by the fact that you actually have these opportunities. I remember back then we didn't even have these opportunities, Neha, where you could actually, enroll online for something so economical and to learn from the best. That doesn't quite happen very easily. Let me tell you, you guys are really, really blessed to have this, don't you think? Don't you think? That's a very feeble yes. Let me tell you, if you're going to be like this, Manish is going to be really, really upset. He likes to see a little energy and vibe and fun. And isn't that what it's all about? Should we shake you up a bit?
No, I think what it is that the minute you go back to watching everything on your phone, I think a lot of them are just thinking कि घर जाके phone पर देख लेंगे ना सब कुछ जितना record किया है और जितना miss हुआ है जिसकी battery हो गई खत्म तो दूसरे ओर से उसको बोल देंगे WhatsApp कर देना वो video. Well, we're going to leave you to that. Your loss entirely, but we're still very happy to be here and being in conversation with you. Here's the thing. Speaking of videos, before we go any further, we have a short AV for all of you, which is a little bit that you're going to get to know about, learn from Manish Malhotra.
Absolutely.
Let's
Watch,
take a look.
listen, learn. We'll be asking questions.
Well, wasn't that fabulous? That deserves another round of applause, guys. Come on. And now let's invite on stage the man, the phenomena himself. He's somebody who's very well versed with couture, costume styling, entrepreneurship, of course, social media influencer, and he's revived almost everything that you thought in the fashion world couldn't be revived.
He did start his career as a model. Can you believe that? While studying at the Elphinstone College in Mumbai, but his love for sketching, passion for cinema, and penchant for clothes saw him veer towards costume styling. From his work with Hindi cinema, influential leading ladies, to launching his very own label in 2005, he tells design stories in a language like no one else, with elegance, ultra-femininity, and an unapologetic glamour.
His first international project involved designing a custom-made traditional outfit for Michael Jackson during the King of Pop's visit to India in the late 1990s.
Besides all the amazing women that you see on our screen, he has also styled Jean-Claude Van Damme, Reese Witherspoon in Meera Nair's Vanity Fair, Kylie Minogue, Jermaine Jackson, and his wife Halima Jackson. He has also designed the wedding outfits for the Princess of Riyadh.
He's brought his amazing aesthetic sense to costume design and styling for country's leading actors and style icons, and he's achieved all this without, I repeat, without any formal fashion education.
He is truly the perfect mentor with an unparalleled sense of all things fashion and style.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only,
the guru, the maestro himself. Please put your hands together for Manish Malhotra!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the masterclass.
Manish?
These two beautiful women here in ivory, and aren't they glamorous and stunning?
And you wonder why?
A more warmer
You wonder
response.
why? Okay, one sec. Everybody gets your 5 seconds of camera time. Sorry.
Yes, 5 seconds of Manish.
Your time starts now.
They want 5
right
seconds
here.
of camera time.
Your camera
and after
time.
that, we have a deal, right? This is the part of the course. The only time you can pick up the phones is when you're actually online or starting the course. But when you're listening to Manish, you got to keep those phones down. Remember? Okay, take your 5 seconds now.
I like the sound of the camera. That sounded good.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you to the media. Manish, please take
The
a
hot
seat.
seat is mine.
Yes,
The
that's
center
yours.
hot seat is yours.
Mala.
We shall flank
I'm going
you.
to feel very fat sitting in the center, but it's okay. I'm going to cover myself with this cushion.
Manish is feeling fat, believe it.
I mean, look at Malaika. Where all of us feel fat near her.
No, he's working out twice a day.
These days.
These days. So I don't know what you're talking about being overweight. You're looking just fine.
I spoke so much in these classes that I had to now, and the next course is yet left, and I yet have to shoot for them, so I had to lose some weight to get that energy to speak of all those experiences of 28 years.
How does it feel to see a full house for you, Manish?
It feels great, so thank you everyone, and it's going to be an enjoyable evening.
So here's the thing. We're going to be asking Manish a whole bunch of questions about design. Malaika and me are going to be discussing fashion and style. So is Manish. At some point, we will be opening, it to the audience as well. We will be taking about 4 to 5 questions. So feel free to pay attention and keep your questions ready. We will be taking very few questions to make them count. And Manish, should we start from the beginning?
Should we start from the beginning? Yes?
Yeah, so, Manish, I mean, of course, there was a huge emphasis that I made in my introduction, and I get blown away by it every time, that seriously, you've had no formal education, and at the same time, if I know you well enough, almost everything inspires you. When you put pen to paper, where does it start? What are your thoughts? How do you gather them? Tell us from the beginning.
Well, I think I grab inspiration from life, from people, from what I see, from flowers to nature, to people speaking, to their sense of style, to everything that I see. My entire childhood has been in a film theater. I think I've watched films so wide-eyedly, fascinated by cinema, songs, heroines, color, clothes, everything. And I think the one good thing I did, I was not such a good student, but one thing that I did, really saved me, and still till date I love doing, is sketching. So I kind of learned painting and art, and that's something I really enjoyed. And when it came to college, it was modeling. And it's that drawing that really got me interested in clothes. And in the year 1989, when I think most of the people here were not born, I kind of, and there was no course for men in Mumbai. So I thought, what to do? How do I start my career? What should I do? And that's when I got into costumes. And because I loved films, I love narratives, I love storytelling. And then I loved clothes and sketching. So that's where it all started. And inspiration was in movies from characters. But of course, when I came into movies at that time, I remember asking a producer, what's the script of this film? And he said, how dare you ask me the script? I mean, just make glamorous clothes. Sort of glamorous kapde banaye. And so that's how I kind of started giving looks to people. Like I would say, oh, you're a girl who lives here, so you would wear these kind of clothes. And this is your sense of dressing. Because I feel all of us, like you like ivory so much, and you like black, and you like very solid looks.
Yeah, I like
you
shades.
Like glamour. I like black because it makes me look thinner, I think. So so all of us have a type of likes and dislike, and the kind of clothes that we like. So that's the look that I would give in every film on my own. And slowly I started meeting directors and producers like Karan, Johar, Aditya Chopra, Ram Gopal Verma, and Dharmesh Darshan, so many of them who started including me in their script narrations and telling me about their movies. And that's when I introduced styling in films, and because I was so interested in what's the hair, what's the makeup, what's the bag that you're carrying. So I think sometimes I'm interested beyond what's expected out of me.
That's absolutely amazing. Malaika, I'm gonna
No, that's really in depth. I think you look at him, you can see, you can actually hear the passion when the man talks. You know, he's not just talking anything off his head. You can see it, you can feel it, you can actually sense it, which is what is really truly amazing about you. What I want to ask you is, there are loads of schools, fashion schools over the years that have come, that have gone, that have stuck around. Lots of kids that have graduated become professionals. What's so different about Learn from Manish Malhotra?
Well, Learn from Manish Malhotra is not just a lecture, or I'm not turning professor. I think what I'm using this opportunity to reach out to all those youngsters who probably are confused or probably cannot make up their mind on the career, because today, on their careers in fashion or style, because there's so much to do today. There's fashion merchandising, there's business of fashion, there's red carpet styling, there's fashion styling, there's couture, there's spread diffusion. There's a lot today than there was when we
Airport.
started. Airport styling, so much. So I think that by speaking about my experiences and speaking about my journey of 28 years in the movies, and I still am working in the films, and in fact now working with the third generation of actors, and also from Fashion Week, being on the board of Fashion Weeks, and doing so many shows across the world, I thought it was really nice way for me to reach all those people out there and speak to them, and they can imbibe a little bit from my conversations, I'll feel really good. So I'm really thankful to London School of Trends and INIFT to come to me with this project, and I love reaching out to the young mind, because they have so much to do, and you guys are the hope, and I hope that some of you all imbibe from this course and do a lot more with your life that you are right now thinking about what to do.
Be the next Manish Malhotra.
Or more,
Yes.
much
More,
more. I don't know
right?
whether it's being Manish Malhotra, but I think much beyond.
Yeah, but it's very magnanimous of you to let that happen and much more. And I feel that a lot of you need to understand that it also comes from a really large-hearted place, because a lot of what ends up happening, and I'm going to get to this point a little later on as well with you, is that a lot of designers don't like to share their craft, and with INIFD and with LST coming together and making this special course that's called Learn from Manish Malhotra, is the fact that, it's so short, within 52 weeks is when it happens. B, it only costs 10,000 rupees, which is you're being generous enough and open enough to it doesn't matter, your socioeconomic reasons, or they cannot be the reasons to hold you back from learning. And
Because for me, it was, sorry I'm interrupting you, but because for me it was very important that we reach out to as many people as we can. So I didn't want this course to be expensive, or I didn't want it to be something that, oh my God, very few or niche, very few people can connect to it. I wanted it to connect to as many people it can.
Did you ever fear sharing your craft, Manish? Because you do know that once it goes online, and everybody gets, at some point when they were making this course, this little course, which was, formulated around your name, did that ever come to your head that, oh my God, if I give away all my trade secrets, so to say, as harsh as it may sound, do you want to hold on to something, or you're willing to share everything that you know?
Well, I'm willing to share everything, because I feel that in a creative field, craft changes, your way of looking at things should change. Keeping that whole, keeping your being, keeping yourself being and your belief, but yet it has to constantly change. Fashion changes every season. And I think that for me, I'm a learner. Even today, I'm torn between the love of movies, and I can never stop designing for films, and the business the label that I have. But I think for me, it's really important to be learning. I'm nervous backstage before every fashion show of mine. I don't take a single day and my work for granted. I wake up really early to cope up with all that work, and I'm on the head of all my assistants. Have you done this? Have you done that? So, and I think the biggest thing that I'm constantly speaking about in this conversation that I'm having, the masterclass, is to focus. Because I feel there's so much today, there's so much information out there for all of you all, and there's social media, there's internet, there's so much going on, that in this time it's very, very important to discover yourself, one, and stick by that and focus on what you're meant to do.
Well, I'm going to come back to something that that you said, that you've so much going on. You've got your label, you've got you're on the board of a million things. You're here, there, you're styling for films. You've got your own personal life. You travel, you do shows. there are a million things that this man does. I mean, sometimes it's difficult to kind of keep track or to keep up with it. Do you really think you will have that kind of time and dedication and all of that for our kids out here? How would you going to find that time for them?
Well, to be really honest, it's not possible for me to kind of, interact every day with somebody, and it's not possible for me to go to to one of the INIFD centers, every single day, and because I have so much going on. So I thought this was the best way to do our first series, and we are touching every aspect from theatre design, because I designed for Mughal-e-Azam, and we made 550 costumes.
Unbelievable, may
Yeah,
I
well,
add.
it was like-
Applause,
Unbelievable.
guys.
So it was like, it was crazy. And
And if you haven't seen that, you have to see it purely for the styling.
And I didn't even, think that, oh my God, it's going to take so much of my time. And it was something that really I learned from. And from doing movies and fashion shows and putting a collection together. So these are the aspects and the journey that I'm constantly talking about in this masterclass. And I just hope that people can use that information or hear me out and use that in their life. And I think that would really be helpful.
So we have 24 hours
hope
in
so.
our day. I don't know how many hours in your day, because sometimes it seems practically impossible how he manages to juggle all of that and more and come out completely trumps in everything.
I think the problem that I have is I'm very commitment prone. If I commit to something, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes probably I don't do a good job. Sometimes I do a good job. But I definitely put in my 200% in it. So that's what it is.
And that's something that a lot of people should take note of, that it goes beyond the course. After the course, what? You're going to become designers, you're going to get certified, you're going to have amazing institutes like LST, INIFT, you're going to have a great name like Manish Malhotra micromanaging or backing your sense of style and aesthetics. But I want to ask you a question, Malaika, and a lot of you should take note to listen, to understand something like this. And I want to ask her, because she's current, she's relevant, she's a fashionista, and she'll give you both sides to it. So imagine you have a brand new designer on, say, a Wednesday that you're working with, and on a Thursday you're dealing with Manish Malhotra and wearing an outfit that he's designed. So clearly, between a newcomer and Manish, you won't have any tips for, you'll be listening to. When you have a brand new designer that walks into a green room, who comes with a recommendation, what are your fears that you have in your head as a celebrity? Because it could go any way, right?
Firstly, I think it's never too old to learn. So whether you're a new designer, you're a veteran, you're a legend, whatever, you're never too old to learn.
I absolutely agree.
You always should be open to ideas, to criticism, to imbibing, because I think everybody comes with their own set of ideas, of rules, of stuff going on in your head. So you should be open to everybody. So
that's a very important point.
So whether it's a new designer or whether if I'm working with Manish, I think the idea is to be able to be on the same wavelength. I think that's what's most important. And I think I would entertain new or old with just the same enthusiasm, just the same openness. I would never ever feel that somebody is old or somebody is new.
For me, actually, I have a rule in my office. Like I tell all my assistants, I'm not looking for yes men. Whatever I do is not necessarily great, good. It could be bad, it could be awful, it could be whatever. Speak to me. Tell me what's working. Tell me what's not working. And I've never, I think, approached an actress or a movie or a bride by saying that I've been in the business, I know what I'm saying. Maybe my nature helps me in that I'm so wanting to know what do you think about it, listening to even say, sometimes my manager comes up with some suggestions which I really like. And I look at my assistant and say, he's saying something more than you're saying because he's listening to what I'm saying. So a suggestion can come from anywhere, and if that makes sense to you, you should go ahead with it. So you're always a learner.
Absolutely. And so the points that we take back after a small discussion or question that I threw at Malaika is, one is that you're never too old to learn, which also means you're never too young to learn. I mean, I would like to even address that. And the second thing is that you need to speak up, because you could be really, really talented, but if you walk into a room and any situation could intimidate you, if it's your first day or your second day at work, and even if I were to walk into a room and I'm a fan of somebody, you could get intimidated. But these are the little things that if you know the craft and you own the craft and if you studied it, you should definitely make sure that you go out there and you voice what you think is right, which may not necessarily be right, but there's no harm in it.
I think the
But
most
that's-
important, sorry, the most important thing is watch and learn. I
Yeah.
think that's the most basic thing in life, and I think we all tend to take that for granted because somewhere we all feel that, oh, we know it. We've been in the business long enough. Watch and learn. Trust me, it'll only enhance your thought process and as a person.
Well, that's what I'm hoping from this course, that I'm hoping that all these conversations and the experiences that I share with everybody, and they could think that, oh, this is what I was thinking, this is what I was confused about, and they kind of get that confidence with my conversations with, over the weeks, and that's exactly because each one of us has a bad day, has a absolutely blocked day in terms of inspiration or design. Every day is not Sunday, as they say. But it's just that you get up and you do what you're committed to, and you start looking, because you've got to deliver that outfit. So you start looking for inspiration, and you suddenly realize that book in front of you could be inspiring, or what you thought of or you saw a night before could be inspiring. So pushing yourself consistently and constantly is what is most important.
Those are great words, Manish. And then, of course, when you say Manish Malhotra, when you think Manish Malhotra, of course you think Bollywood and you think cinema. But the other thing that you think of is bridal wear. Now, where does and when you're dressing a bride and it's her day, or the most important day in her life, I've seen you, and this is a first-hand experience. I've been in a store where he's entertaining 7 to 8 brides literally at the same time, and all of them, there's mayhem, because all 8 of them want different things and a different
his
shade.
attention.
And his
His
attention, and a
undivided
different
attention.
shade of pink. I don't even know if there are like 8 different shades of pink, but Manish is there, with your mind and wholeheartedly, you're paying attention. What does the word bridal wear mean to you? Does it excite you, or you're like, oh my God, there's going to be another bride and I need to make her happy? Is there pressure? Tell us about the pressure.
No, it
Because
kind of
this is what
excites
they
me.
should know.
I like opulence, I like grandeur, I like all of it. But I think the bride today is changing. I mean, today's young girl knows exactly what she wants, which designer she wants to go for, which event. The earlier brides who came, they came with their mother and their in-laws and their families. But today's bride, even if she comes with a mother or mother-in-law, they're just sitting quiet because she knows exactly what she wants, from the boy that she's marrying to the outfit that she wants. She knows it. And today's girls, I think, know so much. So here's to all you girls out there. You all are fantastic. And you'll just know it. And I think the bride's changed, and she's more experimental, and she wants to be traditional one day, and the other day. I think. ladies and gentlemen, it's 5 years of working with Kashmir and Kashmir artisans and doing different work from tilla zari to thread work to all the Sozni work and all this beautiful work. However, this collection is a slightly more glamorized collection. We just had a show recently, and as you see, it's got all the global trends in it. I love the fact of mixing global trends into collections. And so you see feathers, you see fringes, you see pearls, you see the glamour and glitz, which is a part of my label. And like I mentioned earlier, every designer aspires and inspires differently, like every person does. And my brand and my like is a lot more towards the glitz and the glamour aspect of it, keeping the craft in mind. And most importantly, paying homage to the crafts of India in the way that I see it. It's so important for all of us as designers to speak our language. Others will be, you're inspired by so many things that exist, and different designers are inspired by it. But it's so important to keep your language. This collection, which has motifs on the men's jackets, you see a sherwani and a longer kurta silhouette, to a blazer with a kurta shirt, to a more modern stripe collection, which is something that I tried recently. I actually never do suits. I've never done blazers. I've always made bangalas and sherwanis for men, but this is something that I just started last season at Fashion Week, last August, so it's been going to be a year. And I love the silhouette, which is more modern, but yet very inspired and traditional and very young. So you could wear this sherwani at a cocktail. It's taking the colors that you see in the flowers of Kashmir, which is pink. You have stripes here. You have the tweedish trouser. And of course, my favorite, the glitz, the glamour, and you see all the Kashmiri thread work, you see pearls, you see sequins, you see a lot of feathers. And I have to say, internationally, this year, as you must have been seeing in all the international brands, that sequence and the glamour and glitz is back in a huge way. Like I mentioned, I love Indian clothes. My label is all about Indian clothes, but I love to mix it with glamour. So that's me, and that's the look. Thank you. Do we have any question? You all are happy with what you see? So thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you, models. Thank you for always being there with me and always working with me. We've traveled the world with our shows, and thank you so much for being here today with me as well. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. See you at the masterclass. Learn from Manish Malhotra.
Showcasing at Fashion Scout for the 5th consecutive season. Anjali Agarwal, Jaipur. Ankita Adak, Kolkata, Lindsay. Ashna Tukral, Mumbai, Andheri. Harleen Kaur, Chandigarh. So would you like to have one, sir? Yeah? May I have a badge, please? Yeah. Thank you, Gagnika. So, Harshita Gupta, Jaipur. I'll just get it for you, sir. She must be shivering. Hina Sharma, Chandigarh. Ketan Kumar, Gandhinagar. Khyati Setia, Kolkata Lindsay. Madhvi Patil, Pune Kothrood. Megha Khandelwal, Jaipur. Nancy Jain, Hyderabad, Himayatnagar. Pooja Kothrood, Riya Daryani, Vashi, Mumbai. Mr. Shant Bansali, Ahmedabad. And Chanda Malhotra, Chandigarh. Guys, we'll have a quick group picture with Mr. Manish Malhotra.
For more updates,
Please like
share
and subscribe.
to YOYO Times.